Gojo Satoru, the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer in the world, is the first wielder of both the Limitless and the Six Eyes in 400 years. He single-handedly managed to fight the trio of Sukuna, Maharaga, and Ajito, the most powerful special grade curses. He is the top dog of Jujutsu Kaisen, tasked with saving Japan from cursed spirits. But what if Japan is facing a threat unlike any other? What if Godzilla, the king of monsters, is his opponent? If Godzilla attacks Japan and Gojo has to face him, who would win in this battle? Will the king of the monsters rack up another win, or will Gojo completely delete the Godzilla franchise with this fight? It's time for Gojo vs. Goji. Before delving into their showdown, let's discuss their arsenals. Besides Sukuna, Gojo undeniably stands as the mightiest character in JJK. Regarding speed, Gojo possesses astounding levels that surpass Goji. He ranks as the fastest character in the JJK universe. Although some argue he may not outpace Hakari and Toji, Gojo's limitless technique grants him the ability to outspeed his opponents. With complete mastery over time and space, he can match or exceed the agility of his adversaries. Gojo's speed can range from supersonic to hypersonic plus. As for energy reserves, Gojo possesses an abundance of cursed energy capable of devastating an island. While it may take him longer to obliterate city after city and replenish his cursed energy, fans often hail him as planetary level, drawing from manga references indicating his capacity to potentially destroy the world. Most destructive feats in JJK universe are from cursed spirits like Jogo's meteor attack, which can inflict city-level destruction, Mekamaru's 5-year charge reaching multi-city level, and Dagon's domain expansion, creating an island filled with cursed spirits. Therefore, we can expect Gojo's maximum potential to island level, considering him the apex in JJK. I believe he does not have the attack potency to decimate a country or continent. For the fans' sake, consider him to be a small country level. Gojo's best skill is Infinity, which many believe to be an absolute defense mechanism. However, there are several ways to counter it, such as domain amplification, attacking space itself, using the inverted spear of heaven, and running off cursed energy, among others. Infinity separates Gojo from any attack up to the atomic level by creating infinite space, making it impossible to hit him for real. The target becomes slower and slower until it eventually stops. He has practiced this technique to be involuntary, so even if he does not perceive the attack, it automatically protects him. His reverse curse technique can heal him quickly in case of injury. Another significant ability is his domain expansion, Unlimited Void, which brings the target inside the Limitless itself, overwhelming them with information about the universe, rendering them completely immobilized and vulnerable to attacks. When it comes to Godzilla, we are only considering the Monsterverse Godzilla, not his variants like Godzilla in Hell, Heisei Godzilla, or Godzilla Earth, who pose way bigger threats than this Godzilla. Godzilla is an iconic monstrous lizard with high defense and atomic breath. Its raw strength alone can destroy an island in minutes. If we consider his atomic breath, which drilled from Tokyo all the way to Hollow Earth, it can destroy a country easily in hours, as no man-made weapons except Mechagodzilla can stop him. Keep in mind that Godzilla's atomic breath is a concentrated beam of radioactive energy, but not a blue flame which has 500,000 degrees Celsius temperature and yields 3.15 times 10 to the power of 14 joules. This means that it's almost like an atomic bomb. This could scale him easily to planetary levels as he takes his time enjoying a nap here and there. Regarding defense, Godzilla survived a meteor explosion in the Godzilla Awakening comic, and let's not forget he casually took blows from Superman in the recent viral comic of DC vs. Monsterverse. I am not considering the thermonuclear pulse of him, as humans are not going to help him in this fight. The regeneration of this Godzilla variant is very slow and takes years to recover, unlike the Shin and Minus One Godzillas. It literally took years to recover from the attacks of Muto Prime. It can recover faster if he has his nice and juicy atomic bombs, like in King of the Monsters. The speed and size of Godzilla do not help him much, as Gojo has an advantage in both of them. Yep, Godzilla is a whopping 394 feet tall, while Gojo is only 6 feet tall. Even though Godzilla's size helps him cover longer distances, it's not a simple running race in a straight line, and Godzilla cannot catch Gojo at all with Gojo's limitless technique. It's like searching for the tiniest spider that's moving in a zigzag way in your room. This also diminishes the strength factor of Godzilla, as he cannot catch Gojo, and even if he could, Gojo's infinity technique does not let him touch. Don't get excited. While Gojo can move fast and escape, he cannot do this indefinitely, as he has to protect the country and not play a game of tag with Godzilla. His attacks of blue, red, and purple do not deal any damage to Godzilla, as he has endured way bigger and stronger blasts from Ghidorah and nuclear bombs earlier. The only way Gojo can deal damage to Godzilla is by targeting its eye. However, if he attempts to attack Godzilla's eye with a purple purple attack from a distance, Godzilla will not be harmed. Gojo would have to deal damage similar to how Baru offs the giant by drilling through the eye and damage the brain. If Gojo uses his domain expansion, Infinite Void, enormous amount of information passes through Godzilla brain. Two things can happen here. Godzilla brain is several hundred times larger than a human, and some articles says that it has 2 brains according to Godzilla Final Wars. His brain functions way better as he has to move his 394 feet colossal body. So, it may not affect just like it did to humans and cursed spirits. Let's say infinite amount of info is going. Unlike us, Godzilla is a monster who just 2 things, kill and rule. It does not care about the information of universe, instead tries to off Gojo. This scenario leaves Godzilla with the option to aim his atomic breath at Gojo, who might confidently declare, "Don't worry, I am the strongest," and activate his infinity technique. However, Gojo's infinity works only until the atomic level. Godzilla's proton blast travels at the speed of light. As protons are way smaller and cannot be stooped by atoms, even if they are infinitely placed in Gojo's infinity, offs Gojo. Some fans may argue that Gojo's infinity could potentially work down to the subatomic level. While it takes infinite amount of time to pass the here through infinity, radiation does in no time, which gives him cancer. If you are a huge Gojo Glazer fan who claims that light does not pass through infinity, they must consider that Gojo is visible to the naked eye, implying that light passes through his infinity and reflects. Even if Gojo could block light and proton ray beams from passing through infinity, confining it to such trivial matters would lead to suffocation, because even air would be unable to penetrate infinity as it consists of protons, which are considered a threat by him. So, Gojo survives as long as he is evading Goji's breath through running continuously. But, as this fight needs a victor, it will be a mid-difficulty for Godzilla, as he has to pinpoint Gojo, which is difficult for him. But if they fight toe-to-toe, we will have the victor in no time. What do you think about Gojo's fight with other Godzilla variants like Shin, Minus One, and more? Subscribe for daily anime content.